Welcome back to the Good News Report. We took a few Wednesdays off, but we are back now, streaming live inside the goods virtual world, where headlines are loud, but structure is quiet. And every episode, we do one thing. We show you how to use the news, not react to it, not argue about it, use it. Because the goal is simple, clarity, and the ability to act if needed. Let's get to work. Top 10 hot topics for April 15th, 2026. The US naval blockade of Iran is now in its third day with over 10,000 troops deployed. This is a signal about control of movement. Oil, shipping, and trade routes are being tested. If you are in logistics, energy, or investing, watch where routes shift and where costs rise. Position yourself where the new flow is forming, not where the old one was. The S&P 500 has surpassed 7,000 as markets react to signals the war may be nearing an end. This is momentum driven by expectation, not certainty. If you are investing, do not chase the headline, study the pattern. Markets move ahead of reality. Your edge is timing, not emotion. A growing divide between President Trump and Pope Francis is putting global alliances under pressure. This is a signal about narrative control. When powerful voices disagree, people look for new leaders to follow. If you are building a brand or platform, this is your opportunity to step into clarity while others create confusion. Hungary sees a major political shift as Peter Magyar defeats Viktor Orban in a landslide. This is a reminder that power can change quickly. If you are building anything, build for change. Adaptability is more valuable than stability. Global energy prices are rising due to disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. This affects everything: transportation, goods, food, margins. If you run a business, tighten efficiency now. If you are an individual, expect cost shifts and plan ahead. Greenpeace is warning of a potential collapse risk at Chernobyl. This is infrastructure risk. Old systems under pressure can fail. If you are building something today, build it to withstand stress, not just perform under normal conditions. Sudan receives €1.3 billion in aid as its civil war reaches 3 years. This is capital flow. Money follows instability. If you understand where money is going, you understand where influence is building next. Ticketmaster and Live Nation have been found guilty of monopoly practices in a major US ruling. This is a shift in control. Gatekeepers are being challenged. If you are a creator or entrepreneur, barriers are opening. Pay attention to new entry points. The BBC announces nearly 2,000 job cuts. This is the breakdown of legacy media models. If your income or exposure depends on one system, you are at risk. Diversify how you earn and how you distribute your value. And North Korea is showing increased nuclear activity. This is a signal of rising global tension, and tension accelerates decisions. The world moves faster under pressure. Now step back. These are not 10 separate stories. They are one message. The system is shifting, and when the system shifts, the people who understand how to move within it win. Most people see America as a divided country. They are wrong. America is not divided. It is a fragmented value chain, and today we are breaking down the exact moment where influence fails to become ownership. If you have ever felt like you are working twice as hard for half the equity, this is why. To understand America, you have to look past politics and look at how power actually moves. There are 5 cultural engines running this country. First, systems. White Americans built the institutional framework: law, finance, corporations, ownership. Max Weber called this legal rational authority. Power through structure. It is strong, but it is slow. Second, influence. Black Americans built the culture, music, language, style. W.E.B. Du Bois described a dual awareness of living inside and outside the system. That created cultural dominance, but influence moves fast, ownership moves slow. Third, energy. Latino Americans are the fastest growing force in the country. Labor, community, expansion. This growth is a major driver of the US economy, but the leverage is still fragmented. Fourth, precision. Asian Americans dominate high-performance systems, technology, medicine, engineering. This is mastery through discipline and education, but they are not always positioned as the face of power. Fifth, wisdom. Indigenous Americans built systems based on balance, long-term thinking, sustainability, but they were removed from the system. Here is the good news. The talent is already here, but not all value converts. You can be rich in influence and poor in ownership. You can build the system and never control the narrative. You can work harder than everyone and still lack leverage. This is the conversion gap, and this is where most people get stuck. The future does not belong to one culture, it belongs to the translator. The unstoppable player, the one who understands systems, understands culture, understands how value moves. They do not stay in one lane. They learn all of them. They turn influence into ownership. They turn intelligence into leadership. They turn effort into leverage. That is the shift. And this is why we built the goods virtual world, not content. A conversion engine, a place where you train how power actually works, where you practice turning value into ownership, where you build every skill every culture holds, to join the first class of unstoppable players. Type waitlist below. This has been another edition of the Good News Report. I am your host, Candice Goodman, and you just got the goods from the goods.